Alrighty. So, and we'll obviously have to edit.
Right.
So I wanted to talk to a client and get her perspective on the insurance industry, and kind of have you actually tell your story, right? How she had met with three
other agents besides you. You
Sure.
were number 4.
So I was a fourth agent, and when it comes to actually helping clients out, there's a right way to do it and a wrong way. And so I wanted to, I was luckily enough to get her over to kind of share her story and what happened, and really just show the value of what it takes to really help a client. So tell everybody what's your name.
My name is Laura Hamill,
Okay.
and
What do you do for a living?
well, I am currently a nurse, and I love helping people.
Okay. So you sent in a form.
I sent in 4 forms because I received 8 of them, and 4 were just alike, so I thought, I'll just throw those 4 away. So I sent those other 4 back to the bank,
Okay.
because they came from the bank,
Right.
and it was just a very interesting experience with that. So the first agent calls me, and of course I thought he was from the bank because I sent it back to the bank, and I didn't know anything about mortgage protection at all.
Right.
And
Well, let's back up. So
Okay.
you got a form. You got forms,
yeah, I had 8 of them.
and they said, in the event of a death or disability, the house can be paid off. And so you felt that this is something that you actually didn't know how it worked.
No, I didn't know how it worked. I just thought it was something from the bank.
Okay.
So
A little misleading.
Yes, very misleading. So I sent them back, and then I started getting phone calls. And the first one, he was real brief. He just wanted to get together and give me numbers and show me how it worked.
Okay.
So he made an appointment, and he came over. Of course, I looked at the video camera in our office because I was in the office working at the time, and he had this fancy car. And we're talking like $8,000 car. It rolls up in my driveway, a sports thing. And I was like, wow, this guy makes money, from the bank. And I'm thinking, wow, I need banker's hours with a nice car, right? So he gets out, and he comes up to the door, and he's got on painted jeans, little white tennis shoes, and this crop top t-shirt. I swear when he got out of bed, he went to his wife's side of the closet and sewed his own.
What?
Yes.
And how old was he?
Maybe early 50s, kind of had grayish hair, so he was not a young guy.
So he pulls up in a fancy car.
Fancy car, very expensive car. Something
Crop-
I never thought I could,
crop top shirt.
Oh yes, I had belly button. A
Belly
soft
button
belly
shirt.
Yes.
And he came to talk to you about mortgage protection.
Right.
So how did that go?
Well, I was not going to let him stay, and he did tell me on the phone it was only going to take 15 minutes. So I had him just sit at the island in my kitchen because that was kind of close to the door. 'Cause I wanted him out. I was like, I gotta take this dude dressing. Take me for a ride in your fancy car, and I'll buy some clothes or something. So he laid a piece of paper down, a bunch of numbers on it, and he covers it up with another piece of paper, and he just kind of went over the numbers. He didn't really explain.
He didn't explain what mortgage protection was. He didn't explain the value.
No.
Did he ask you why you was looking for it?
No.
So he just came in and just said, "Here's the number."
Here's the numbers, pretty much. And so I still thought he was from the bank. I had no idea. He didn't give me a business card. He didn't do anything.
No rapport,
No, not really. No. I mean, he was nice, but no, there was no really.
Was Tony there with you?
Tony was standing there. Of course, he's at the counter, and he's like, mm-hmm.
Did he engage with Tony at all?
A little bit. He said hi and kind of asked what he did. Of course, he asked him questions too, because we kind of went over both of us on the phone a little bit to get the numbers. But no, the numbers for Tony, of course, being Wounded Warrior veteran, they were high. like $300-400 a month, and mine was like $200-300 a month, and I was like, no way. I'm not going to take out that kind of money, pay that money to the bank. I can just go get a part-time job and I'll just pay off this loan. No problem. And the loan wasn't for the house anyways, for a home improvement loan.
Home improvement.
Yeah, so the house mortgage was from the VA. We didn't ever get offered mortgage protection, so, had no clue.
Alright, so that guy didn't work out.
No, well, so yeah, he was like, well, I did the whole, well, I'm not paying that. And he's like, well, you think about it, and I'll get back with you.
Okay. Did he follow up with you?
Through some emails, that was it. And I never looked at the emails, I deleted them.
That was it?
He didn't call me.
Didn't call you?
No, didn't follow up, nothing.
Wow.
So I sent him away, Mr. Ill-dressed. I felt embarrassed for him.
Alright, so tell me about the second guy.
Then a couple days later, of course now we're like in the middle of the week, the second guy calls, and of course I did the whole, we are not paying those prices, I'm not interested, I don't want to do this, and he says, well, okay, let me work up some prices, and I'll send you an email, and then I'll follow up with you, and then that way you won't have to be so stressed out about it.
Right.
So he did, he sent me an email, and I went delete.
Delete?
I didn't look at it.
You didn't look
I
at it?
didn't look at it. He did call me, and I said, "Oh yeah, I'm just still looking at that. I'm thinking about it." And that was it.
Wow.
That was it.
Alright, so you had two people.
Yeah.
Basically, all they was worried about was the price,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Not about what would life look like. Not about how much do you have.
None of that.
None of that.
None of that. And then he didn't follow up either. So I was like, they're gone. This is good.
so
I'm good. So I know I got 2 more coming.
I wasn't even in the picture yet. So tell me about the third person.
So the third person, towards the end of the week, and I know I was tired, and he was like, when he called me, I said, hey, look, I'm not doing this. I don't want to do this. I'm not interested. We're fine. Never had to do this before. I'm good. And he says, well, if you're not going to do this, then that's fine, because I drive like 800 miles a week, and I don't get paid to talk. So if you're not sure you want to do this, I'm not coming over. And I said, sure, no problem. That sounds great. And I don't want to bother you either.
Wow.
So he didn't come over. I didn't have to see him, and we were good.
Wow. So he pretty much told you, like, I can care less about what you got going on.
Right.
I'm not. If you're not serious, I'm not.
So yeah, so I got these guys that work for the bank, because none of them explained where they came from, what exactly they did. That work for the bank, make a lot of money, obviously. They drive a lot of miles. I was like, well, I'm a nurse, I drive a lot of miles anyway in home health and hospice, so.
And then I come along.
And they get to wear jeans and tennis shoes and be comfortable. And I was like, I'm gonna figure out how to do this and work these banker's hours and make all this money.
So then I come along.
Yep. So then the following week, like,
So what happened?
like Tuesday or so, you call, and of course I told you the same story. I'm not paying those prices. I'm not interested. I don't want to do this. And you said, well, but we need to have a conversation, and I need to get resolution on this. And I was like, this dude wants to talk. What's he want to talk about? Okay. So I let you make the appointment, and I didn't write it down.
You didn't write it
No,
down?
I didn't write it down.
You didn't put it, because I told you to put it in the calendar.
You did.
But you didn't
I didn't write it down. I was like, I'm going to ignore this guy. This one will go away too.
Right.
And I was during the whole, this is during the week, I'm busy, and it's fall, I've got leaves to rake, I got a huge yard, no way. So we'll just do it on the weekend. And I'm like, it's 4 days away, he'll forget. No problem.
Right.
I'm going to write that down.
So then I actually come over.
Yeah, you showed up.
I actually showed up.
See,
Because what I was told was that when you book an appointment, go anyway.
Yeah.
Right? So meaning, even if you would have called and said, hey, we decided it's not for us, or hey, we changed our mind, or whatever, whatever you would have given me, I still would have went anyway, right? Just so that you can see me face to face, which I did.
Right.
And I believe you was outside with the dogs.
I was, because I was ignoring you. I was like, he's not going to show up.
So then when I got there and I went to the gate, and then you gave me your spiel, we rescheduled.
Did we reschedule, or did you stay?
No, we rescheduled.
Okay, did we? I don't remember. I know you came over and I was like, oh, he's got a normal car like mine. He doesn't spend any money. Wait a minute. I gotta figure out how to do this.
So yeah, I came back the next weekend,
Yeah.
right?
And I was like, he wants to talk. Why does he want to have such a conversation? He wants to conversate. But okay, I'll conversate with him. And my husband was like, I am not talking to another man. Nobody's coming over, so he wasn't going to deal with you. Which was kind of funny.
Yeah, so he didn't want to deal with me.
So you came over.
Sat down and talked.
Yeah, you sat down at the table and talked to me. My husband sat in the hallway with the dog so he could listen.
Right.
He was not going to talk to you.
Right.
So we did, we talked, we had this nice conversation, and I ended up with mortgage protection and accidental protection.
And accidental, yeah.
Yeah, ended up with both, and learned a lot, it was great, and I actually had education.
Yeah, so we got something put in place to protect your family, right? And what was the difference between me and, I would say, the first guy, really? Because the other two guys never sat down with you.
No, the first guy didn't even explain, like, you left me a business card, and you explained all kinds of other things, like we talked about Everplan, and we talked about all kinds of things that
You never, right?
yeah.
And then also, you had told me that you did Mary Kay,
Yeah.
right? And so that kind of stuck with me in regards to the fact that you were entrepreneurial or business-minded, right?
Well, and I have my master's of business and my master's of nursing, and so I was working in business anyway, growing hospice business and home health business, and yeah.
So then I think I invited you to come out to an event to learn how to get out of debt.
In January, yes.
And then that's kind of where you kind of saw, like, oh, light bulb went off, different opportunity, ways for you to benefit from financially getting out of debt.
Yes.
And changing your life, obviously, with that. So, wow. So it's been quite an experience, huh?
Yes.
And so I guess the point would be that when you, for agents out there, it doesn't matter what industry that you're in, right, or which company, but really, I think that really what irks me the most is that most agents are going in there for the what's in it for me mentality. Let me go in and try to sell you the highest policy possible,
Yep.
right?
Yes.
And then I can care less whether what's your health situation like, what your financial situation is, either you're going to buy it or not.
Right.
And that's what gives our industry a bad name, because that's why people don't want to deal, because those people are out there, right?
They are.
Where if you just take the time to, have a conversation, find out what their needs are, and be transparent. Like, I would have told you whether you needed this or not,
Right.
right?
Yes.
And if not, I could have helped you in other ways that, living trust,
Yes.
getting out of debt, right?
Yeah.
Everplans, things that could still benefit you, and we still could develop a relationship.
Yeah.
Right.
And it was within my budget when we were done too. I was like, you can afford that.
Yeah, because I want you a client for life. I don't want you buying a policy today and canceling tomorrow.
Right.
So I wanted people to hear your story because it's funny. A lot of things we can learn from this. Number one is the fortune's in a follow-up.
Right.
Right? They should have followed up with you. Number two is kind of getting more information and finding out about you rather than about, here's some numbers and let me just show it to you and then pick it and then that's it.
Right.
Right? Yeah, and I hate that. I hate the way agents do that. So when I call people to book an appointment, somebody's already got quotes over the phone without really finding out the true value of what it is that person's looking to do. So that to me is something I think we need to change in our environment.